All right. We are 5 by 5, 64 by 64, number 64 by number 64. Welcome, everyone. And this is Sunday Reflections. Cultism. An interesting topic. An interesting topic indeed. Inspired by Black Lives Matter. Tim Pool. Yeah. And literally this picture of these people all protesting. They're making a protest. You know, what's up, Ronnie? I see Majik. Who else we got in here? Oh, Skull realize. They they showed this Wolfang just came up with some breaking news. What is this breaking news? Is it breaking news or is it broken news? Ha ha ha. Am I on? Yeah, I see they disconnected me real quick and reconnected. Ghost Lincoln. Welcome. Welcome everyone. Come on in. We're gonna have a little chat about cultism. All right. Wow. A little bit of lag time. I forget there's like a 3 to 5 second lag time I have because I tested this one night. It's sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. Yeah. Wolfang, what was your breaking news? I just seen your thing pop up. You're in the chat there, Wolfang. Drop the link. I keep forgetting. I look at myself. That's me right there. Well, right there. This is my. As I'm looking at the camera, that is dead center. Yeah, crazy, huh? The camera is way over here on the left side of my left side. I know you're gonna say no, that's your right. Notice that. Um, yeah, I watched this video. Right on, Ronnie. I did. I did actually, because it goes dark and it says reconnecting and it's got a circle for me. What's up, Hunter? Welcome to Sunday Reflections. Can't remember yeast. Well, I advise against it, Joe. I do advise against it, but you do what you need to do here. How's my beard? Yeah. Welcome to the cult of the Shad fork beard. Fork beard. In Shad's cult, everybody will talk like this. Rob Zombie, what's going on? White Jamaican with a yeah, man, everything's airy. Blaya booba clot, man. Anyway, welcome to Sunday Reflections. Cultism. Wolfang, what is this breaking news? Drop the link. I seen it pop up and I was like, ooh, breaking news. I kind of wanted to go check it out, but obviously I'm busy right now, doing live streams. Just uploaded my spam report. Ooh, what's a spam report? So you have, I'm kind of hoping that I get yes, Kool-Aid at the cult. Yes, everybody will call themselves Mr. or Mrs. Jim Jones. Come on. Talk later. He named he founded a town. He founded his own town. I'm Jonestown. I've always wanted a town. Yeah. Kool-Aid for water. Yeah, I was watching this video, this protest. And protest, all these people were on their knees, their hands in the air. Oh, Spam Classic is recalled. Oh no, not the stable prepper food. Please do tell Wolfang. Let me guess, they found some type of weird bacteria. And yeah, what's classic spam? I mean, what is that a classification of spam or is that a name brand? Will I be in position of power of this cult? Can I have a Harlem and will I get paid? Yes, yes, and yes. So it, they will come. You get to come and take all their money because they'll just freely give it to you. We're gonna get into that. Yeah, it's the the cults and throughout this history of cults and and the future of cults. Yeah. So yeah, come on in, everyone. I like to let it stew for about 10 minutes or so. What's up, que pasta? I like to say que pasta. Que pasta. How you doing? How you noodling? What's up, big sister Ham? Holy shit, Sister Maria in the house. How are you doing, sister? Um, Wow, good to see you. The Circle of Meaningless, made with classic animals. Oh, is that right, Wolfang? That classic spam was made with classic animals. What's a classic animal? I have questions on that one. But yeah, yeah, guys, come on in, say hi. How you doing? Let chat propagate. I like to usually go about 10 minutes, and then I talk shit. Um, Say hi to everybody. What's up? What's up? Yeah. Still looking. Okay. Good to hear. Wolfang is on it. On the case. We need like a little fedora hat and a little that says press. The Marduk. Yeah. It's about Marduk, the Anunnaki. That's their. They like to symbol. They like to take symbols. Uh, yeah. Bad start. And everybody's on their knees. They get their hands in the air and they're praising and they're reciting. They're basically making an oath, a pledge. There's probably maybe 100 people out in this city square or something. I don't know. And obviously there was some type of soy boy on the microphone that is like reciting, giving the edicts, that hey, you will do the bidding of BLM. You will, love thy black neighbor like your white neighbor. You will acknowledge your critical race theory and all this and that, and you will uphold your black brothers, your pops, your POC, people of color. Before yourself, you will give yourself. I mean, just going on. And these people were literally reciting it with their eyes closed. I will be a good little slave. I will be a good little that perform this magic. See, that's the thing. This cultism has perfected the magic of manipulating people into the cult, and they through humiliation. Usually, these cults have the ritual, the rites. You have to pass your rite of passage, and that involves initiations, rituals, rite of passage. You take some drugs and you get fucked in the ass by everybody in the group or something. It's then you go off and kill Whitey or something. Hey, it has happened. Think of Charles Manson. Charles Manson. That's exactly what he did. He got a bunch of girls and some guys together because you got to have guys that are going to work on this farm. And he went out into the middle of the wilderness and he had all kinds of drugs. He had all kinds of fun stuff. LSD being one of them. PCP, cocaine, marijuana. All drugs, mind you, and he would get errands for love. A little shack in the middle of the woods, popped his tab and let fun begin. I will bring the Jello. yeah, he did that shit and advertised it. He did it through music. He actually had some music. It's terrible music, but he did. Oh yes, and alcohol, of course. Of course, there was copious amounts of alcohol, right? And Charles Manson got all the sex that he wanted. He had everybody doing group sex, orgies. What's up, Queenies? Welcome. And by next thing you know, they're giving away all their money, their fortune, right to him. Some are actually going off to find jobs. Some are trying to make stuff to sell at their commune, right? at their cult commune. Some are prostituting themselves. Some were stealing, robbing, just to make ends meet. And what are the make ends meet is what Charles Manson said was you know, what he needed. Our cause needed it. What do you call it? Helter Skelter, I think it was. Right. And it was to, I mean, it's so absurd, but actually, is it really now? It makes you wonder, maybe they tried this back in the 70s and the 60s and 70s too. But he wanted to start a race war. That was the thing. And he wanted a race war, and that's why they were in a commune, and that's why they had to do what they had to do. And what did he make these girls do? Well, these girls and some guys, um, he tortured them. Yes, he tortured them while they were high as hell. He had sex with everyone. He encouraged. He made them do vile acts, um, and they willingly did it. They willingly did it. And if you broke the rules, you got tortured, if and or killed. Right. The rules and laws of a cult is absolute because the cult leader says so, and he has much power. He or she has much power. He was a Ginuso. Ginuso. I don't know what that means, but hey. And so, of course, they plotted a plan to create their oh yes, the cult of personality. Yeah, right. They concocted this plan to go into Hollywood and go into Beverly Hills and find some actresses and actors and kill them, right, in a very gruesome way. A lot of torture too. They tortured them and they killed them, and they strewn their body parts all over the place. They wrote on the wall in blood, "All piggies must die" or something. I don't know. I don't know what he wrote. You guys probably are. A racial murder. Like they were trying to pass this off as the black folk did it and kill whitey. To start this race war. It backfired. And we all know squeaky frog and all that. Coffee. What are we talking about? Remember the title? Did you notice the title when you came in? I don't know. Charles Manson. Yeah, we all know the story. We've all read the story many times. And yeah, Charles Manson is no longer with us. Cult of personality. Yes, he got caught. He got arrested. Hey, what's up, X? It's vague. It's vague at best, but the concept's still there. It was a cult leader. And when they grabbed Charles Manson and they did their psychiatric fucking evaluations on him, they're like, whoa, this guy is fucking nuts. He found a way to carve a freaking swastika in his forehead while he was incarcerated, mind you. And he was such a charismatic person. He was always in somebody's head. Always. Whoever he was talking to, he was like, hey, and he came off as this brilliant idiot, but he would manipulate you at the same time. He was hey, what's up, Steph? Working and listening. All right. Welcome to Sunday Reflections. So he's constantly trying to manipulate someone through fear, through charismatic, means, intimidation, right? Lies and suggestions. Sound familiar? And finding out as much as some have argued that he's part of the MK Ultra thing, and he was, that's how he learned it. But Charles wasn't he wasn't an Aryan race. He wasn't any of that. He wasn't part of any kind of white supremacist groups or anything of that nature. Basically, he was a failed musician that became a cult leader. And yeah, he had hundreds of thousands of dollars buried all over the property. David Koreshi, David Koresh. I need a cup of coffee. Well, yeah, occultism. So yes, we know about occultism, where it leads. Ashita Kim, David Koresh, Jim Jones. The list goes on and on and on. Even into antiquity, they literally called themselves the cults, the cult of Athena, the cult of Gurgag, the cult of the fucking tree frog. Whatever the cult is, the Hashashin from Amityville Horror. Oh wow, coffee. Woo! That's wow. That's pretty cool. So it keeps on going and going and going. And sometimes these cults, Timothy McVeigh, David Koresh was scumbag. But I enjoyed him shooting at the ATF. Uh, yeah, the what was it called? The Branch Davidians, the Branch Davidians. There's so many, right? The Hashashin, like I said, they were a cult. Uh, you know, there's so many. The cult of Olden. There's the cult of cult of poetry or cult of cult. There's so many different cults, and throughout history, secret societies, but not really. They continue and they continue to operate throughout history. Blue Oyster Cult. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure somebody in chat will let us know. Cult of Rob. Yeah, and there's that too. The music. Aleister Crowley. He definitely had a cult. Ah. And whether these people are sent out by their cult. Oh yeah, the cult of Lupus. The Romans. There's so many, but they would send people out to break. Yes, the Black Dragon Society, Ashita Kim. Uh, yep, right. Martial arts. Martial arts develop a lot of cults throughout history. Um, they, the no touch knockouts. And they literally convince their followers that it's real, even though they know it's not. A little bit of magic and trickery, in some light and mirrors, they make these amazing things happen, so that their followers go, I believe, oh, great master, right? And it's amazing to see, and they use torture, and they use any type of torture. Okay, we can go as far as waterboarding and getting your fingernails pulled out, but it could be also mental torture, right? They would constantly berate you, constantly just think of what a drill instructor would do to you, right? Constantly for days on end, because you've moved on, you've become a part of this cult, and you are literally making the choice to dedicate time and resources to being in this cult. So you're actually investing into the cult. And the more you do, the more the cult says, yeah, got you. Got you. Yes. You would give me everything. And throughout this process, they literally brainwash you. Oh shit, somebody about to get the car stolen by the tow truck guy. Yep, sure enough. Cool. Hell of a distraction. Thank you. Thank you, tow truck guy. Oh shit. Anyway, evangelist David Koresh was raping kids, coffee. He got little kids pregnant. Ah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, David Koresh. Yeah, and you hear about these polygamists, the polygamists that have like 12 wives, right? And they seem very occultist. There are Christian cults too, right? Skin beef kind of life. So many. But this BLM thing that I watched. Hey, what's up, Latina? These folks were literally giving their all, closing their eyes, praying to their cult leader, and making an oath of what they will do. And so I let off with the cult thing, and we're getting deep into the cults, right? And the bolts of it all. The cult leader knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what's going on. Uh, always, always. And yes, remember how we talked about relativism. Yes, relativism. Relativism must be achieved by the cult leader to the cult followers if he is going to get any type of power over them, right? That's the only way it works. They have to understand that everything is true, nothing is true, everything is permitted, which means that now the cult leader gets to inject his figuratively and literally into the follower. School of Prophets, from polygamy to death row. Damn. Uh, so it's always that way, and it's absolute. There's no room for discussion. There's no room for disobedience, dissidence. You follow the whim of the cult leader, and it is a self-correcting system, self-policing system. They literally, everybody in the group will attack you, literally or figuratively, right? And make you adhere to the wishes and laws and rules of the cult. There's no other discussion. What the cult leader says is true, and you will follow it blindly. And yeah, we're going to talk about that. That's a cult. Now, a religion, yeah, religions and cults, a religion allows for, take Christianity for example, allows for philosophical and theological discussion, debate, and arguments. Constitution Corporal, ahoy! And through and they the religion like Christianity, they promote things like arts and sciences, free thinking, critical thinking. Doomer. Right, Joe. I mean, I read the book and the angel that come through. What's his bedroom wall? How he couldn't find certain books. Hey, what's up there? Hell, Billy Homesteader. So, a religion sets out to make morals, ethics. It's all being discussed. What is the right thing to do in this case, in this situation? I don't agree with that, and why we shouldn't. And then there's arguments. Of course, there's infighting. There's always going to be type of infightings, and some of it can violent. But that's the way it works, and that's the evolution of things. And Christianity has actually evolved, right, throughout the thousands of years. A cult does not evolve. A cult stays the same all the way through its existence, culminating usually in mass death. It's the thrill kill death cult idea, if you will. Now, a lot of cults will evolve into mastering longevity, infiltration into other cults and organizations. But that's you could argue. No, X, I am not a cult leader. No, thank you. Veganism, yes, and yes, thank you, Doomer. You've already blown my cover. Blue game for me. That's what I was going to talk about at the end. But these cults, and they can last for thousands of years the same way, right? Doing sacrifices in basements and things of that nature. Yeah, think demonic stuff. Think, you know, damn. Uh, these they 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 will last the test of time only because they have a sense of preservation, right? And it's more of a group than a cult leader. So you got like a hierarchy of people that get to do what they want. They get to be the top seats, the high chamber, the high table, whatever you want to fucking call them. They get to they're the elders, if you will, and they make the choices and decisions and keep the edicts, if you will. That's another thing is religions have tenets as cults have edicts, right? That's right, Lady Smith. On Sundays, let the hair down. Indeed, always about the power. It's all about power. Scientology, Dianetics. I mean, these cults came out. Jim and Tammy Faye Baker and their cult. It was mostly a financial grab, but it's always the same. It's always the same. These cult leaders, and they literally enslave people, torture them, rob them of their financials, and ultimately they sacrifice themselves so that they can go to the mothership that is just orbiting outside the Earth, but you can't get there in your physical body. You have to transformate into transmortify trans universe into your eternal energy body. Then you can go, and that involves you killing yourself ritualously. Sacrifice yourself. Everyone, even the cult leader did it. I remember this guy. He was a Japanese guy, long hair. He did a bombing in a subway. He got his people. They went from cult to terrorist, and that's also the thing too. They get violent, right? Believe everything the cult group leader, the elders say, right? And because their discipline is absolute, immediate response to orders. They have a willing soldiers. They have willing sacrificial jihadists. That's another cult, the Hashashin. This was a cult, and they went around sacrificing themselves to kill their target. But that's why there's so much of a war on religion right now, especially Christianity. Not just Christianity though. It's also Buddhism that's being attacked. Islam, because for the better part, Islam is literally a religion of peace, and the majority of people that practice Islam are extremely peaceful, almost to the point where they will not even make any confrontation whatsoever. They shun it completely. It's the war or the combining of all the religions. Something called Chrislam. That's something that the Vatican came up with. Yeah, these so religion, organized religion, theological, a long-lasting religion that promotes, take care of yourself, coffee, that promotes this moral and ethic fiber that has been interwoven into our lives. It has been a part of our evolution into a better human being, right? So seriously, indeed they are the Vaticans. Yep. So they have to go, and the cults. It appears that all the cults have gotten together and has conspired to literally make everyone a part of the cult. And so that's why we see so many cults popping up. What's up, Papa Farms? Papas. Conformity to power, right? Yes. And that's what they do. Look, Scientology. Scientology. Their kids. Their kids are the longevity of the cult is to get the kid and to turn them into mindless, unquestionable slaves, absolute slaves to work. Scientology, the kids work. They're free labor, and the kids will work like starting when they're 5 years old, 10-hour days, hard, arduous work, labor, construction, all kinds of stuff. Yes, for the Scientology, Tom Cruise, yeah, all these guys. Their kids are born into it. And actually, I think it was Tom Cruise's kid that broke away and was like, ah, hell no. Escaped the. You ever hear? You always hear the story of the person that escaped the cult, right? It's another thing. As a cult requires you to be locked down. It requires you to. It requires 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of your attention. Anton LaVey back in the day. Right. Doomer, I agree. It isn't a cult because it allowed a lot of discussion, a lot of theoreticals being discussed, a lot of evidence being looked at, debunked, and argued, debated. See, that's part of what a religion is. What we do. That's how we come about making sense of our world. Is we argue about it, we debate about it, we talk about it, sometimes heated. So a cult, you can't do that. You can't do that in a cult. You'll get killed or sex with everyone. I don't know. But drugs are always involved as well. Yes, truth must always be questioned. That is there's only one truth in a cult. That's the cult leader. Now we have this new cult. What's up, Maccabees? And you notice that there's many cults that's been unleashed upon the world. The cult of music, what they're doing with music, pushing the devil and transgender and kids, even kids involved. They're even pushing the shock and humiliation. So we are being indoctrinated into a cult. Our kids are doing it. People are actually doing it. Becoming a part of this sick cult that's taken over the world. Has been allowed to get its tentacles into everything. The transhumanism cult of personalities. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's how they use the cult of personalities. Because those that want to be personalities, they go to another set of cults. Hey, let us assimilate. Let us work our magic and convince you with lies and suggestions, and then the shock and the humiliation will come later. And that's the progression, and that's how the torture begins. And you get your mind erased, and boom, you are now a non-questioning drone. Disease, transgenderism, this socialist cult, wokeism cult, even the pedophile cult. They are being opened up and unleashed upon the world. work their magic to seduce people with their wares. That's how, because once again, a cult cannot exist if there's non-compliance. It has to be the people there have to be there willingly of their free will, right? So Lori, they literally make a conscious effort to come into the cult. Once they get in, they can't get out. It's like a gang. A gang is a lot like a cult. You get you, but it's a little different, I guess. But now, yes, the cult. I like the Blue Oyster cult. What was it? Fire woman, fire. Smoke shields are rising. Fire. Most like lightning. Right. Yeah. There you go. I know it's getting dark around here. Yeah, you're right, Joe. But there is some cultish practices in gangs as well. You know, not only just the tattoos and stuff like that. Listening to She Sells Sanctuary today. She Sells Sanctuary. Ooh. Right? That's another. I mean, are you give me your downtrodden, give me your poor, give me your. They entice people to come into the cult and join willingly. Humans are followers. A majority of humans are followers. Yes, yes. Why I don't know. Because, like I said, we are apex predators. We took over the world. From all species that were bigger and stronger than us and could kill us. If you ever noticed that a human can't go to war, can't fight a lion per se. You know. I must admit, I was part of a gangs as well growing up. The blue hair septum piercing cult, the blue hair Antifa cult, Black Lives Matter cult. Like I said, I was inspired by this clip showing these people literally praising and reciting an oath that they were having at this protest, and the cult leader, Black Lives Matter leader, was on the microphone telling them what to do, what to say. It's literally a cult. Yeah. Men are stupid. Men conquered the world. Men are stupid. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. Act Jack. Awesome. Yeah, I was curious about the thickness of it. I'm trying to remember how thick my crew was. Electric cult. I see what you did there, Doomer. Cults. Cultism. So everything that we're seeing and experiencing is cultism. It is a cultism. That's why I call these guys elite occultists. They practice the art of occultism to enslave and manipulate everyone. And so, I don't know, it could be a competition of all the cults just got together and said, hey, let's enslave the world. We're all going to compete, and we'll see who wins. I'm going to try mine. I'm going to try my method, and you're going to try your method. And we'll see who enslaves the people. Well, that's the allure, Doomer. They have a secret science. Ooh. oh, float. India is not all cults are nefarious. Some are just stupid. And so there's a cult in India, and these people they practice a form of meditation, and they literally sit cross-legged and they flop around in the air. They jump. They jump in the air, and the whole place is full. It's like a huge area, like a stadium, and it's full of pillows. So they're flopping around, throwing themselves up in the air by sitting in uh, in the lotus form, right? The lotus sitting stance or whatever meditation, and they call themselves flying. Yeah, the flying cult. But to achieve that level, you have to become a higher state of awareness with yourself and your cult leader, of course. You have one-on-one. Oprah, she had a nice. She remember her cult leader that she helped out. There's so many of them. Wearing dark robes. Music. Music is one of the most enticing things you see that will bring people into music, art. Uh, Back in the day, it was books. You know, you would get this forbidden book. Ooh, the forbidden book. And you would read it, and it would either put you in touch with the cult, or you would just go, this is fucking stupid. Most people were like, this is fucking stupid. You remember, imagine what these guys are, what the fuck? You know, yeah, fuck you, you fucking cunts. You fucking cults. They're always trying to get money and power and sex, you know, while having supper. All right, Ohio, I will. So I'm supposed to keep it PG-13 for you so you don't lose it, right? So you don't upchuck. Druids, the Druids, right? The Druids. Some would say they were a cult, but they were a governing entity in the lives of the Gaelics and the Celtics. Some would say that maybe they you know, okay, right on, Ohio. Some would say that they went from in charge to occult status. We talk about the cult of personality. YouTube, occultism, alive and well. Um, it's an actual business, right? Um, you can these content creators they get so addictive to watch and to listen to. Then you become there. Then there's allowance for interaction with the content creators. Wow, that's great. You know, getting to talk to the content creator himself. The next thing you know, the money starts coming in. You start feeling compelled. The secret ring. Oh wow. Yes. Here, take more money. Take more money. Take more money. Facebook. This has happened on Facebook. Cults had literally drug people out, you know, and out of their homes, out of their businesses, and immersed themselves in this cult lifestyle, and gave all their money, millions of dollars. Rich people. These rich people, they love their cults. Wow, yeah, they do. And I'm sure that the membership there is pricey. Bohemian Grove, but the Scottish Rites, there's so many different types of cults. And so many tools are used for manipulation of the mind and ultimately the body and soul. So that's what we're seeing. Everything we're seeing. Imagine now we're in the torture phase, the shock and humiliation. We majority has believed that the lies and the suggestions constantly go. There's always lies and suggestions. A spam cult. Candidate. And then comes the shock and the humiliation, right? Lies and suggestions pull you right in. Hey, we've got cookies. Oh, really? Yes. Yeah, they're good cookies. Yeah. Shock and humiliation. Here, have a cookie. Well, thank you very much. Oh, yeah, by the way, that cookie was made from your dead mom. We just killed her a couple days ago, and we baked her into your cookies. And you ate the hell out of it, and you enjoyed it. Oh, my goodness. Shock, humiliation. How does it feel to eat your mom? You mom eater. You dirty little mom eater, you. Go put your nose in the corner for your transgressions against your mom. Oh, yeah, if you have to sit there for 2 days. And you'll be absolved of your sins. But do it now. So they go sit. And right there and then, when they willingly go to their torture and accept their torture, then and only then are they fully in control. The cult leader has gained total control. The follower is now the follower. Will do whatever is asked of them, whatever is told. What's up? What's up, Metal? Most likely to be a cult leader. I'm a 33-degree bacon, mushroom, egg, cheeseburger Mason. That's what's up, Bad Jack. Sounds tasty. The more people that they can become followers. They're doing it. They're doing it. Damn. X. Yeah, right? Rabbi, that's a crazy story, man. Wow. What's up, Joel? Hey, calm down there. Calm there, another tough guy. Trish. You might be right, but I think it's it helps. It does help. It does help. All right, folks, please excuse me. I must use the bathroom. And we'll get back to this. I think it's cigarette. And I think Charity wants a treat or something. Should I give her a treat? Damn. What's going on here? Oi. Shall I get to see Charity at least? I just better. I remember the story of this. I'm not gonna say what his name is. Maybe you guys can tell me in chat. But a singer, a very the 70s. He was a 70s singer. He wore rhinestone jumpsuits. You know, he did his thing. He wooed the crowd. People loved his music, and literally there was a cult started about him, unbeknownst to him. He was an entertainer. He was a singer. And so these girls got together and performed cultural rituals. They did it themselves. First, it was like a fan club, if you will. They got together and they just oohed and awed over how wonderful this man was, and how they all loved him, so much so that they would give their life for him, and had literally given up their life, ran away from home, quit their jobs, and lived in one place together, all these girls, all these women, praying to their cult leader, who had no idea they were even there. And the fact that was the thing that the cult kind of evolved into, was that the reason why their cult leader, which was a prominent singer, was not contacting them or talking to them or showing up to make love to them, which is basically what these girls were doing, praying for. They were praying to their cult leader that they would come and impregnate them and stuff. Yeah. And so it was decided among the cult, this girl cult, that because they have not been told what to do, that they must continue to practice harder and become more cultish, until eventually one of them must be sacrificed. What is it with sacrificing? You know, these were girls, some of which were only in their 16, 17 and on up into their 20s. And they failed. They tried to have a sacrifice. They failed because the girl, at that point, the girl said, "Fuck that, I'm out of here." And she went screaming bloody murder out of the commune, right? And of course told the authorities, and the singer was like, "What?" I think he wrote a letter to them and told them to please stop. I don't want this. You're a bunch of idiots, and you need to stop it. And that's basically how it went down. That was in the 70s. Cults can arise from just a concept, from a cult of personality that he didn't even know he had. And yes, DJ, that's exactly what's going on with our music, with our education, books being read out loud to kids, convincing them to join the cult. And that's the goal of the cult as well, is to force someone to join the cult. And these cults usually would go out and kidnap somebody. They would kidnap kids and bring them up in the cult. Now imagine if you're one of those cults that requires a baby sacrifice. Moloch, what's his name? Moloch. Actually known as Marduk, but yes, do what you want, but the baby goes in the fire. Some of these ancient cults, man, they splinter,
and they decompartmentalize. They become satellites. They spread out and assimilate, hide in plain sight. Cult of personality, cult of personality, and then the guitar riffs, right? Right, yeah, cult of personality. Cartels, yeah, yeah, some of them are. It's possible. I know the cartels have their own religion, right? Where it's a type of Christianity slash voodoo slash bloodthirsty, all kinds of they, with some Mexican Aztec sacrifices in there. Ah, Trish, wow, wow, yeah, right. And it's strengthened by personal stories, right? You know, yes, talk about extreme loyalty, and it's it when the initiate, when the follower gets to that shock and humiliation process, and they willingly go to their penalties, and they willingly accept their punishments, then it's they have shown their loyalty, you know, their fealty. They've given all total power and control over to the cult leader. Whatever they say is what it is. DJ, right? Remember that one? You know, I've heard the stories. I've been in AA as well. You know, I can't go a day without AA, or I will drink. Right? Damn, Rob. Ouch. Imagine working in a cuticle for the rest of your life. But you get a pension, you get, you know, all these things, but there's so many rules and regulations you got to go adhere to. Getting an office job or something, you're or whatever. Cultism, the occult. The occult makes the objective subjective. It creates the lie, it fabricates the lie, and it makes it real with real consequences. A spirit animal. An agenda. Indeed. There's always an agenda, right? And that's part of their what would you call it? Their oath, right? They will depopulate the world. In the appearance of their cult, the sick make quarters. That's culture, part of that social society. You know, that sociology of things. The sociology, psychology of sociology. Ah. So yeah, that's why all this. What's up, Tina? Region 9. That's why real religions have to go. They're in the way. They promote critical thinking. They promote intelligence. They evolve mankind. Cults do not. But hey, you know, somebody stupid's got to do it, right?
And if you notice, a cult always targets certain individuals. I think you're right there, Doomer. I've been in some very philosophical discussions with, about what if in, the Hulk and Wolverine. I, so, but I don't know, Doomer. I mean, how do you brainwash the populace and force everybody that doesn't want to be brainwashed or can't be brainwashed into following the cult? Convert or die. Sound familiar? Perpetual distractions. Like I said, there's steps to this, right? There's steps to this. The enticement, lies, and suggestion. You too can achieve can do the same if you join the cult. You join the cult. Now the shock and the humiliation part happens. And then the true test is if you literally will you do what you know is innately wrong. Will you do it? Because this doer. Right, Jack. Right. Oh yeah, yeah. Once you get into and once you get in, and once you do the willful punishment, then that's when the mind altering drugs get played. Or it doesn't have to be just mind altering drugs. It can be drugs. Yes, that's the easiest way to get to it is the mind altering drugs. But any kind of shift in consciousness, because your consciousness is already shifted by accepting the punishments and penalties that and you're trying to, or you're going through the rite of passage. Flat mooners. Then the drugs get involved, and then it's just whatever the cult leader wants you to do, or the cult as a whole wants you to do. You'll do it. And there's a group mentality that comes into play. The vegan cults, yeah. I eat bean sprouts every day. Gautama, Buddha, or Sakamuni Gautama. Shakyamuni, I call him Shakyamuni Gautama. He was actually a prince, a rich person, a prince. And he had some type of thing where he was like, I need to find enlightenment. And he left. He left his castle. He left his kingdom, and he went on this soul search where he joined all these different religions. He finally fell into the heretic portion of the cults, where these guys literally eat nothing and meditate, and they eat bird droppings and they drink water from the sky if it falls, but they endure the punishments. What's up, Bug Out? You definitely bring the personality, Bug Out. Yes. And that's when he had this epiphany, is that, wait a minute, this is fucking stupid. Yeah, the middle path is the way, not the most extreme. Got it. And that's how Buddhism was. But he he got starved to death, he got death, atrocities that he faced through going through these cults. But then he realized, wait a minute. And like I said, they like kids. They will entice the adults. and get them of their free will to come in and be a part of the cult. But kids have no choice. Region 9, is that the mark of Cain? X? Really? Is that the deal with X? Interesting. The symbolism behind X. Mark of Cain. Tesla. Because kids have no choice. Drop the link, Region 9. Kids have no choice. They're part of the cults. That's all they know. Boom. They're indoctrinated right off the bat. Veganism was the healthiest cult to be in. Kids of the cult. Assaulted, tortured, subjected to torture. In the mind and the body, sexual as well. And that's it. That's all they know. They didn't come in there of their own free will. They were molded. Cult of One. You don't have to, X. I mean, come on. You picked X for your reason. So I know you by X. I don't see you as a mark of Cain. Oh, you got a mean left hook like Cain. Yeah. The kids. And the kids don't become the cult leaders, but they become high priestesses. High priest. The enforcers, because they have proven their loyalty without question, because they had no other choice. They were brought up in it. So yeah, cults love children. $1 billion industry. Multi-billion-dollar industry. Let's say that. Kids are a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's a lot. Yep, it's a lot. Tuesday. So yeah, folks. That's all I got. It's my reflection for this day. Region 9, okay. Moloch, Marduk. Do what you want, but the goes in the fire. I'm a member of the Costco cult. Blessed be and stay safe. Their head god. They all give them powers and shit. Compromise themselves. Interesting, Region 9. Yeah, symbolism, right? The mist, sacred mysteries that you have to learn. You have to take these rituals and do these things. Right. And we're seeing that as well with all the symbolism, all the crazy symbolism of this day. All right, folks, it is getting close to my bedtime. Indeed. This Sunday reflections. Tomorrow we start our week again. Michigan Outpost. Oh man, Yeah, I'm getting out of here. It's bedtime. I wake up early in the morning. Doomer. Dang. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me today.